Hey guys, Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally doesn't work. And welcome to Final Words on the Dallas Cowboys. Um, we're sitting here on Cowboys on Deck because I'm talking about the Cowboys, and I'm on my deck. And I can feel it in the air right now, guys. It's getting chilly out. 80 degrees during the day. It's probably about 65 right now, and we need a fire out here, man. I tell you what, this is one of my favorite places in my house. Coming out here, listening to frogs, listening to the crickets, and talking about the Dallas Cowboys. Now tonight I'm trying something different. I've been recording this just with my cell phone, without a microphone, and you get all of the ambient sound and everything else between the crickets, the frogs, the air conditioning kicks on, or the television and things. So you get all of that stuff. I forgot I had a shotgun microphone that the holder broke on it, so I'm trying that to see if the sound quality is better. Leave me a comment and let me know if it is or isn't. Well, by now, I'm sure everybody's heard about Travis Frederick. In fact, if you watch the Joe Boo Sports Report channel, you're up to date on that, and Lord knows we got to pull out the good stuff here. This is football. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Every player could be gone. Nobody goes through the season unscathed. When you find out if your team can do the right thing is when you have times like this. The Eagles adjusted fabulously last year with injuries to Jason Peters, their linebacker, their quarterback, and still won the Super Bowl. We haven't been able to do that much very well in the past. Hopefully we're getting better at it. Fortunately, we have some depth on the offensive line as well as in other places. But what you hope for, first and foremost, is that Travis Frederick is going to be okay. This is no joke. This is very serious. Mark Sareth, better known as Stink, former Washington Redskin, and left the Redskins and played in Denver and got a couple of rings, had this same condition and sat out for a year. So we may have to be prepared for him to be gone possibly that long. Now I'm hopeful because they found this out early and that he started treatment early and it hadn't set in as bad as it could, that maybe, just maybe, he can be okay. But you can't count on that. You have to make plans for when you have people lost. You've got to have a backup plan and a backup plan to your backup plan and a backup plan to that. In the same way that we're dealing right now with Xavier Woods being injured, where we're already thin in depth, we've signed some journeymen and undrafted free agents. But you need to step up and really be able to fill the shoes, because you lose a couple players in the wrong positions can kill a season, as we found out last year. Now the Cowboys, well, they haven't spent much on safety right now, and I think they're banking on two things, and probably the same thing with center as well, just in case. There's another round of free agency. And just like George, I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm a name butcher. Just like him being cut by Cincinnati Bengals unexpectedly, 28 years old, still has plenty of tread left on the tires. There's going to be a lot of guys that are going to be on the streets in the next few weeks when final roster cutdowns. As teams look at guys and say, you know what? That's a younger version of that guy that I'm paying half as much. Bye-bye. So there is opportunities to bring other people in. So they have, in the past, brought in some cut players, not usually big name ones. They're usually more of practice squad or, depth on the team guys. But the Cowboys may be looking a little bit higher. Now the great news is you got $16.5 million of cap room. You're in the top 10 of cap space right now, believe it or not. after years of mismanagement, after years of being over the cap and not being able to make moves, they can literally sign just about anybody that they want if they see somebody with talent to fill a spot. And they may just have to do that. Mike Fisher basically went on record today saying that the Cowboys and the Seattle Seahawks have been playing a game of blink with Earl Thomas. Both of them wanting to get the deal done, yet not being the one to flinch and give in. Trying to get the best of both deals. The Cowboys want him, but they don't want to pay too much or more than they have to. Seattle is definitely already moved on. They've made contingency plans already. He's not part of their game plan, hasn't been there. They want to move him, but they don't want to let him go for anything less than what they can truly get for him. And it's just a matter of who is going to blink first. Well, Mike Fisher thinks it's time for the Cowboys to go ahead and blink and get this thing done. I think I'm in that same camp too. I think I would sleep a lot better knowing that I got Earl Thomas in that back. It would make me feel a little bit more confident to know that our defense isn't the redheaded stepchild anymore that needs to be protected by our offense. That if our offense falters a little bit, that defense can pick up the slack. Tomorrow's already Thursday. We got game day on Sunday. We'll see what our Cowboys have. Let me know how I'm using the shotgun mic tonight. Hopefully you're not getting a lot of the ambient sound and stuff that you usually get from the crickets, the frog, or the air conditioning unit when it turns on, or cars going down the streets and stuff. So let me know how the sound quality is on this. But as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. I just love coming out here before I go to bed at night. It is truly a great way to end the day. I'll see you guys soon. You gonna drink that, Joe Boo? That's the good stuff, buddy. We need some mojo from you right now.